again, boys and girls. I am the Monocled Gamer, and today we have a double video feature for you. This first video was just to go over basically Wednesday's blog post, which is all about multiplayer and the satisfaction of multiplayer. I truly believe that multiplayer exists not as sort of a happy little tack on, but it exists as another level of gameplay. It exists as something to fulfill those players who have moved beyond the challenges of the single-player game or of the game alone. Essentially, the AI in a game will never be as intelligent as a player. At least not for a long time. Once it does, look out Skynet. Anyway, so the thing that eventually started happening is that multiplayer began getting phased into games to allow people to play against their friends, which was entirely a yay, happy, casual, let's have fun, and over time it's developed into a truly competitive sport of sorts. There are just leagues dedicated to playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, or playing, I don't know, the latest Call of Duty game. I don't keep much track of army soldier shooters. That's outside of my realm of preferred games. But these games allow you to push your own abilities and your own skills to the test against other people who have gotten tired of the story and are playing to test their own skills. And so you test against each other and you play hard and you learn even more because you're learning how to use all of the techniques and everything you've gotten from the computer to defeat people who are ingenuitive, who are inventive, who are creative. And that's what's really fun about it. I mean, we have games nowadays that are just multiplayer, which kind of blows my mind, but at the same time makes total sense to me. I, for one, am a giant fan of Team Fortress 2 on the PC. Especially since it's gone free to play, I am just a glad player of the half-hour block where you pop on the game, jump into one of your favorite servers, and just play 2 or 3 rounds of Team Fortress 2. Just you know, to whet the appetite, to blow a little steam maybe, or to just feel a little satisfaction in running around as a demo knight and decapitating people, or whatever you enjoy doing. I especially encourage you all to check out Team Fortress 2 on PC if you haven't yet. It's not a brand new game, it's a pretty old game at this point. So most computers can run it, most modern computers can run it fairly easily. I know mine runs it at full specs and I run a laptop with no amazing specifications. And it's truly just a very enjoyable game. It's completely free. You lose nothing by playing for free. Nothing. The only thing you can't do is trade items with people, which you don't miss much. I have access to that functionality in trading items, and it doesn't happen that often, so you're not missing a ton. Anyway, that's a multiplayer game I enjoy. I am also a giant fan of Gears of War 2 multiplayer. I have not gotten into Gears of War 3 multiplayer yet. I'm waiting for the Christmas season just because there's so many other games coming out now that I don't want to get sucked into a ton of multiplayer Gears, because that will inevitably happen. But I feel like that's another great game with a balance of skill and of gameplay, that 2 players of equal skill will have suitably epic battles. There aren't super cheap weapons in that game. You know, there are no amazing rocket launchers that you can't do anything about and they're just going to blow you up because you have a jetpack and you can't see them coming. Halo! Don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing Halo Reach and Halo 3 online, and back in the day when people still did that. And I just dislike some of the balance issues with the multiplayer in that game. Anyway, and that's really what multiplayer is all about. It's all about adding now to the functionality of the game, adding to the skill testing, the pushing, the growth that the game encourages in your abilities as a gamer. And that's why I'm really excited to see games like Dark Souls, which are taking multiplayer in a completely different direction, allowing you to invade other players' RPG worlds, invade their space, essentially, and try to kill them. I had my world invaded yesterday. It was a horribly inopportune time for it to happen, but it was awesome. I was literally informed that, you know, this person has invaded. And then I had to start looking around because I didn't know exactly where they were going to be. Fortunately, I found them quickly, and we had a suitably epic battle, and I was able to destroy them, take their souls and their humanity, which sounds really bad. But in-game, it's a really good thing. And so it was just a really fun little surprise for me. And it's something that you don't have to do in the game. There's a very easy way not to ever have to deal with it. And so it's very nice as another branch of the gameplay, I'm sick of fighting these things that have predictable combat patterns. I'm going to go fight some people. I think that could be a lot of fun. And it is. It really is. Outside of that, even just going back to the classic multiplayer games, I have been known to very happily go back and play Star Wars Battlefront 2. That is a very enjoyable game for the Xbox. I am also a big fan of going back and playing games like, let's see, things that are purely giggle-worthy. Twisted Metal Black for the PS2. Great game just to goof off in. Play through the campaign with a friend. It's great. Red Star, which is more of a classic arcade type game for the PS2, is another fun one. Just things like that. Things that allow you to push your skill beyond what just the game alone would do if you played by yourself. That's what I enjoy. That's what I have a good time with in multiplayer. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say here. If you want to hear more about my thoughts on multiplayer and why multiplayer is so big now and why for a game to be good it almost has to have a multiplayer component these days, please go check out the blog at themonocledgamer.blogspot.com.